Welcome to the Actuarial Society of Kenya's 2017 convention. The Actuarial Convention is a gathering of professionals from different industries, and we're just coming together to hear from experts in the industry, from local experts and industry experts from abroad on the key items that we as a profession need to think about.
My job is a very simple one. First of all, to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this year's TASC convention. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to our guests who have come from very far and wide. I know there are people from the US and various countries in Africa. The theme of the convention today is harnessing opportunities in Eastern Africa. A very interesting theme, timely and relevant. And we've got a great array of very able speakers who will be taking us through the day today. So I'll invite Marjorie to give us basically the plenary address.
I'd like to speak to you today about what I believe we need to do as a profession to remain relevant and to ensure a sustainable profession for the future. Firstly, we need to focus on communication. We must be clear about the value that we can add to business and to society, and to communicate this effectively. I'm reminded of a Zimbabwean proverb which states that until the lion has its own storyteller, the hunter will always have the better part of the story. Secondly, we must broaden the areas in which we work. We must have the confidence to branch out into new sectors and to be open-minded about how and where we can apply our skills. As well as new areas, we must take advantage of new ways of doing things in more traditional areas. For example, taking digital insurance into the mainstream. Thirdly, we must collaborate, both more and more effectively, within and beyond our profession. In my view, it's a great time to be an actuary. A great time to demonstrate the wide applicability of our skill set against an ever-changing backdrop. If the actuary of yesteryear was primarily a mathematician, the actuary of today is primarily a communicator of the outcomes of the mathematical puzzles that we face. The actuary of tomorrow will be a skilled and highly valued consultant, guiding clients and the societies in which they live through the complex challenges that they will be facing. Thank you all for your time this morning. It's truly an honor to be here, and I'd like to congratulate the Actuarial Society of Kenya for putting on such a fantastic event.
Then we had our keynote speaker, Mr. James Moria, the CEO of Centum, and he really challenged us.
Today, the challenge I face in my business is neither capital nor opportunity. We have access to capital, we have access to investment opportunity. What we don't have sufficient is leadership that can make a difference. We have enough people who can sustain, who can analyze what exists today, but we have too few leaders who can create what does not exist. And what we need to do here more than anything else is to create what does not exist. We need to grow our formal sector. We need to build businesses of scale. We need to build them across a range of sectors, and we need to do so quickly. The caliber of leadership required today and the years to come, the technical skills required are of an order of magnitude that is different to the technical skills that were required by business leaders 10 years ago. And that is where individuals with actuarial skills come in hand in offering that leadership. So stepping above the technical to offering leadership, to creating new ideas, new innovations, new businesses. The second critical role is to accurately price risk. It is my view that African risk, and East African risk in particular, is perhaps overpriced. And we need to be able to tell our own story. Our story many times is told by observers who are looking at us. We are not doing enough within our professional bodies to tell our story as the people living in this environment, and to be able to address and speak to a sophisticated audience in other parts of the world. When I engage with international investors, institutional international investors, on the other side of the table, I am speaking with the risk director of a fund who is an actuary. But their reference when looking at our market is a story that is written by somebody who does not have the training. And sometimes the way the story has been told, that's what they have to believe. And so I believe we have a role to play in telling our story. I have had the good fortune of working with many actuaries. Many of them are my personal friends. But many times what they say, great things are lost in translation because they're not able to be brought down to the audience to understand what it means. We must go beyond the model and understand the business, the real business, and the drivers of the business. I've been in forums where actuaries have added great value. I've been in forums also where some of my actuary friends have argued with the CEOs of the companies on what their business should be based on what their model is telling them. It is, I think, important for us to understand the business and respond to the needs of the business. We have a brilliant church with us. We've been equipped with great skills. Our region needs those skills. It is my trust and prayer that we will not take these skills, they will not be a brief candle for us, but that they will burn brilliantly before we hand over to future generations. Thank you very much for inviting me, and God bless you.
Having this hub of people from, as I said, different parts of the world, different experiences, and being able to provoke each other in terms of thought, I would definitely have enjoyed. I think I've also enjoyed seeing, as I said, the new actuaries really flourish and take over in terms of running the convention.
I've received numerous positive observations about it. So I would believe so from the audience reaction that it has gone well. I've enjoyed the presentations. We've had a lot of good content.
The fact that actuaries are able to move away from the very technical items of our career and look at what is emerging outside of that, that is my highest point of this convention.
What have I enjoyed about this convention? It's been an opportunity to interact with people, to learn, to share knowledge. You know, we all work on the same continent, we're facing similar challenges, and just that opportunity to interact with people, to have the discussions, and to learn from all the different presentations has been really enjoyable. The challenges that task has put to students is that it's not good enough to be technically good, to be business savvy. You need to understand business. It's been exceptionally valuable to me. I think it's definitely a lesson we can all take from that.
What I've really enjoyed about this convention specifically is the networking. I've worked in Kenya for a couple of years, so finally actually being able to put names to faces was quite a highlight for me. A lot of the talks were admittedly quite different from other seminars I've attended, which has been awesome for me. It's a completely different perspective on a lot of topics, and I really enjoyed that part.
The most enjoyable part for me was about the technology, integrating the data, technology into the systems, how we as actuaries need to either keep up with the times or will be phased out.
I happen to focus more on areas I'm not too involved in, like banking presentations and more advanced developments in various fields like machine learning and robotics. Those were very exciting things given we are living in a very dynamic world, and going into the future I think these are becoming increasingly important.